Hey language learners, welcome back to the channel. I want to talk to you about next Saturday's upcoming Japanese game event. It's going to be online and we welcome all comers. But before I do that, I want to give you a quick recap of last Saturday's Mandarin game, which I joined because Mandarin is my target language too. It was a really special game for me that I think I'll remember for a lot of reasons. There was 4 players in total, including myself. All of us knew how to play the game really well, and all of us are pretty good with Mandarin and English. We had 2 native Mandarin speakers in the room who've been improving their English for a long time, and then we had 2, well, actually, you know, Sinan's English is so good, I forget he's not a native English speaker. Sinan's a really incredible language learner. He's a native Turkish speaker, but he's learned English to a high level and Mandarin to a high level, and I think he's learning French too. So Sinan and I our target language is Mandarin. But basically, long story short, we were all able to use English and Mandarin a lot to help each other learn stuff about English and Mandarin. So it was just us 4. We all knew the game really well, so we didn't have to talk much about the rules of the game. The game flowed really quickly, and so there was much more learning, much more conversation. That's what I want to see a lot more of you guys get to, is that level where you don't have to think about how the game is played necessarily. That takes a little bit of learning up front. There's a little bit of a learning curve to that, the flow of a turn and what happens during a turn. But once you get through that, you will understand, you will see how there's so many learning opportunities packed into this game. So it was me, Sinan, Air, and Wendy. Those 3 people have come out to play this game a lot, so they are some of our top players. It was really a pleasure to learn from them so many interesting things. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And on this upcoming Saturday will be Japanese. This is a group that I haven't joined in as much because I'm not learning Japanese, and I'm being helped by a friend of mine named Ian, who has been one of our top Japanese players, and now he's the host of that group. He knows the game really well. Japanese is his target language, so I'm letting him help to handle that. But if you're interested to learn Japanese and try out this game, a better group of people you will not find on the internet. They're so supporting, so encouraging, so patient. You will just love to play with them. And we actually have a pre-built study guide for that covers all the topics in the game, with English and Japanese, side-by-side translation right there. So if you want to come up to speed more quickly, if you want to feel better prepared, I could send you that study guide anytime, but you don't really have to use it. You can say anything you want to as you play this game. There's over 100 different word topics or categories, and players can speak about those categories in whatever way they feel comfortable. They can give a word related to the topic, a short phrase, a sentence. If players feel really confident and they want to, they can even talk about the topic for a little bit or tell some other people things they know about the topic. Usually a high-level speaker or native level speaker of the target language will be in the room to help guide and correct. So because of that, you can feel free and encouraged to, be engaged in more creative expression and try to say what you want to say, because you can get some help from people in the room. So we help each other as we play, we look up answers as we play, we use online translators, and people often share in the chat box as we're playing the words we're talking about, sometimes a little bit of the background of these words. If something came up in the news recently related to this word or term, they might share a link to that or some pronunciation help. So understand that you'll be jumping into a community of people who really love learning and playing and sharing in this way. So you're going to get a lot of good value for free. I mean, these games are totally free. As I've said, we've been doing this since April of 2023. We've probably had around 65 or 70 official online game events since that time for roughly the same number of people. We have about 15 or maybe getting close to 20 people now who come out regularly for these games. So that's another advantage, is you're going to actually get to make friends with the real people, the more and more that you come out, you're going to get to know these people. And if you're learning more than one language that we have groups for, you can see them weekly. We have active regular groups for Mandarin, Japanese, Spanish, and Turkish. And from time to time, we host other languages too. It just depends on what our players need. So we have some players who are actually learning 2 or 3 of those languages. I haven't met anyone who's learning those 4, but we definitely have a few who are learning 3 of those 4. So we're seeing them come out often, and we're getting to know them really, really well. So to see the upcoming schedule of game events and to sign up to play or to learn more about what we're doing, you can visit languagecardgames.com. You'll see the schedule there right on the home page. Sign up form, it's quick and easy. There's a leaderboard tracking the progress of our top players. We're going to give away prizes at the end of this year. And you can also watch more videos right here on my YouTube channel. I have a playlist for this game. We're playing the game called Heading into Language Land. So you can see live playthroughs with the real printed cards, or the virtual game. We have videos showing these being played and videos explaining the rules, showing some of the cards and all of that good stuff. So you can check that out right here on this channel. I'm currently developing the 2nd edition of this game, Heading into Language Land 2. I have a playlist for that on my channel as well, so showing the game development for the next one. There's also other cool aspects to this game and what we're doing. For example, I can do card commissions with you, so I can design your own game card, your own character if you want to. That's something that we can do. And I've done a couple cards for customers and fans of this game. That's been really fun to design new characters in the universe with topics that resonate most to those customers written on the cards. And then also there's foil cards, which is really neat, that are fun to collect. And like I said, we got the study guides for these games. I think Sinan is working on a Turkish one for us right now. So it's going to be cool. Whatever groups grow the strongest and become the most regular, there's going to be more and more resources built around those languages. But that's it for this video. If you're interested in Japanese, I hope you can come out to join us. Don't forget we have groups for Mandarin, Spanish, and Turkish as well. If you're learning a different language and you want to try to form a group for that, just contact me. You can email me at languagecardgames@gmail.com. And I'm keeping lists for so many languages so that I can keep track of who wants to play in which language. And when I get enough, then I'll contact those people and we'll try to set a date. So you can let me know through the sign-up form on the site or through an email what languages you would like to help teach through the game, or which languages you would like to help learn through the game, and that will let us form more groups more quickly. Alright, hope your language learning is going to go amazing this week. I'll see you back here again real soon. Bye bye for now.